So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. In motion, Hill. A first down throw for Bridgewater. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Escaping the pressure right. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Well, partners, the first quarter too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Under pressure, they got him again. Third and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. They'll drop to throw. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Bridgewater to throw for it on fourth. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete on the deep ball. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On second and very short, Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So a great first quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
And Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Bridgewater's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 17-0 our score after 1. From the 41, Bridgewater. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. It's a slant to Hill. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation. Give me a fresh ball.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle, 75 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 16. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Up the middle, Jones. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mostert, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 27. First down, Bridgewater. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Mostert. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Mostert. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the 2nd half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. The slot man in motion right. Now on 2nd and 16. Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And some room to roam now. And he's all the way across the 50 before he's finally pushed out of bounds. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. From the 44, Rodgers. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Rodgers to throw once more. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Crosby with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the 2nd half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. They're going deep for Hill. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Nixon now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
To try again after the sack, Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay 1st.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Spinning past him. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Flushed out right. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tonyan, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Now Crosby for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game?
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will tie our game here in the third. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Nixon now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And we got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Bridgewater's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A handoff running left is Mostert.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The run got 4, now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater.
That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A run with Mostert up the middle.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Working with a 2nd and 4. They hand it off to Mostert.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he is going to lose yardage here. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Sanders' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by